Imagine checking into a cheap hostel on your dream trip, only to realize you're not the only one sleeping in your bed and the other presence isn't human. I've always loved solo traveling. The idea of wandering through new cities with nothing but a backpack and curiosity felt liberating. But my trip to Prague in the summer of 2019 changed the way I look at budget travel forever. When I landed in Prague, I was determined to save money, so I booked a bed in a cheap hostel I found online. The pictures showed rustic wooden interiors, cozy bunk beds, and a charming old European vibe. The reviews were mixed, but I brushed off the negative ones, thinking, people exaggerate when they don't get room service at a hostel. I was wrong. The moment I entered, something felt off. The building was old, far older than the photos suggested. The reception desk was empty, and I had to ring a bell 3 times before an older man appeared from the shadows of a dimly lit hallway. He gave me a room key without much of a word. No smile, no welcome. Just cold eyes. My dorm room had 6 bunk beds, but only one was occupied, a girl about my age, maybe mid-20s, with long, dark hair. She smiled faintly when I entered, but didn't say much. I noticed her eyes darting nervously to the corners of the room as if she was expecting something to move. That night, after exploring the city, I came back around midnight. The hostel was eerily quiet, too quiet for a place with supposedly 30 guests. The front desk was empty again, and the entire hallway echoed with my footsteps. When I entered my dorm room, the girl was gone, and all her belongings had disappeared, no trace of her. I climbed into my bed, tired but uneasy. As soon as I closed my eyes, I heard something. At first, it was faint, like whispering. I thought it might be the wind through the cracked window, but then it grew clearer. It wasn't in Czech, it wasn't in English. It was layered, like multiple voices whispering at once. I sat up, heart pounding, scanning the room. No one. I told myself it was jet lag messing with me. But then my mattress shifted. Not a lot, just a tiny dip, as if someone had sat down at the edge of my bed. I froze. I didn't move, didn't breathe. Slowly, I reached for my phone on the nightstand, but before I could grab it, the whispering stopped and the weight lifted. My chest loosened. Maybe I imagined it. I turned on the flashlight. Nothing. The bunks around me were empty, but here's the part that still haunts me above my bed. Scratched into the wooden slats of the upper bunk were the words, "Don't stay here. They watch." I swear on everything. I hadn't seen that before. Panic surged through me. I grabbed my bag and left the room, rushing into the hallway. My plan was to check out right then and sleep in the train station if I had to, but when I reached the lobby, the front door was locked. It bolted from the inside. I banged on the door, shouting, but no one came. Then, out of the corner of my eye, I saw movement, a figure at the end of the hallway, half hidden in the shadows. It wasn't the old man. This figure was taller, leaner, and it didn't move like a person. It twitched, almost like it was glitching. I bolted back to my room, barricaded the door with a chair, and sat in the corner clutching my phone. No signal. For hours, I sat there, shaking, until I passed out from exhaustion. When I woke up, it was morning. Sunlight streamed through the window, and the room looked normal. Too normal. The words scratched into the bunk. Gone. Not even a mark. I rushed downstairs, ready to demand answers, but the lobby was empty again. The front door was wide open. Outside, tourists bustled along the cobblestone streets, as if nothing had happened. I left immediately, booked a new place across town, and never went back. Later, when I told another traveler about the hostel, she froze. She said, "Wait, are you talking about the one near Old Town Square, with the red door?" When I nodded, she looked uneasy. That place shut down years ago after a girl went missing there. Locals say the owners covered it up, but people still see her. To this day, I don't know what was real. The whispers, the figure, the warning carved into the wood. But I do know this. I'll never, ever stay in a hostel without triple checking its history first.